So I want to give you an update on my 65-gallon tank. This is my original tank, the one with the most history. If you take a look at each of these corners here, you're going to get a preview of what's in this video. The upper left is kind of like a wide angle shot where you see everything. Upper right, that's chow time from a bird's eye view. Pretty cool. And then on the lower left and lower right, you're going to see some problems with aggression I've been having, and then I'm going to tell you how I've been dealing with those. I'm also going to show you what I've done with my Roseline Sharks and show you this tank under the night lights, but I couldn't fit those on the preview, only room for 4 video clips on there. So if you're interested in any of those 6 things, make sure you watch the video the whole way through. So this has become almost exclusively an American Cichlid tank, South American and Central, with the exception of the Treto Cichlid I have, which is from Lake Tanganyika. We've got the 3 blood parrots in here, the Kirin parrot, we've got the black convict, the green terror on the upper left, and then just emerging from the cave there is the Treto. Now notice the decor in this tank. I don't really overdo things. There's some interesting spots and ornaments and caves and rocks and that forest on the left side there that I've made on that platform. You want to create different spots for them to hang out, but not at the expense of completely covering the bottom, because they really like to hang out at the bottom. By the way, all the plants are Anubias. And notice the 2 air stones doing a really good job moving things upward. It's important to have something moving upward in your tank, and that breaks apart the surface and just creates more air along the surface. So we're taking a look at my Roseline Sharks here. I don't really have good video of them because I never really focused on them because they're kind of background fish. So most of the video of them I have is kind of matter-of-factly, but I just want to give like a goodbye to them right here, showing some clips of them. By the way, I had to get rid of them because I woke up and one of them had a decapitated head, and then I saw Fireball, my tank boss blood parrot, and my Kirin parrot, Greedo. They were chasing the other Roselines, so do the math, they're probably the ones who did it. So my poor Roselines are in a temporary storage tank in the garage until I can return them to the store. Hopefully they'll give me some store credit and I can get something else or buy some food. So here we are back to the wide shot. The blood parrots are going to start getting excited because I'm near the tank, so they can sense it's getting close to dinner time. And the closer I come to the tank, the more they get excited and move, as you're about to see. So now I've come closer to the tank and you can see the blood parrots getting really excited, especially Fireball there in the middle. Look at him opening and closing his mouth, almost as if he's trying to signal me, give me food, give me food. And now we got the bird's eye view here, pretty much as close as you'll get to Fireball and the others. Kind of coming right at you right there. Munching on those floating flakes. And there's some dried shrimp in there as well. Now let's take a look from the bottom. Fireball and Flamethrower loving it. And there is Greedo, my Kirin parrot. Look at his bite. He's got a pretty impressive bite there. A little bit of chasing right there. The Treto never comes to the top. And then, you know, Fireball, wherever the food is, that's where he's going to go. And he's not afraid of anything. He's jumped out of the tank and knocked the food out of the plastic spoon from my hand before too. You know, not all the way out of the tank, but partially to just knock it out of my hand. Green Terror. Chowing down. There's my black convict. He loves that cave now. He's very protective of it. And he actually took out all the gravel toward the bottom of the cave, so there's another entrance. I almost wonder if he was digging down there to see if there's a way out of the aquarium. Now we got a side view here of the aquarium. And there's been some problems here with these two. At first, my Kirin parrot really bullied Dr. Doom there, my little green terror. But Dr. Doom has kind of turned the tables recently. He doesn't care how big the other guy is, evidently. He just decided enough is enough. And you can see his injuries right here. If you look at his dorsal fin, Greedo did that to him, and then he decided, I'm not going to take this anymore. Look very closely here in the center. You can see Greedo attack Dr. Doom right there. And right away, he responds. And we'll slow that down and look again. As you can see, my green terror kind of slithers to the side, but I still think he took some damage and he didn't appreciate it, and he goes right after my Kirin parrot. And you're going to see my green terror, Dr. Doom, his gills kind of expand to the side I guess there's probably a noise associated with that, and then he goes after the Kieran parrot. So Dr. Doom here is really coming to his own, as you can see. He's gotten thicker, stronger, brighter colors. Now we're shifting over here to my Treto Cichlid. He's an impressive fish. They don't get too huge, but he's growing a little bigger, a little thicker. And let me tell you something, this is the fastest fish I have. When he moves, he almost teleports. If he wants to get out of the way of something, it's almost like a cartoon cloud of dust. He just blinks. You can't even see how quickly he goes and escapes any danger or any threat. He just shoots to the other side of the tank and goes behind a rock before you can even blink your eye. Now we're getting our first look at Flamethrower. Really nice fish, just unfortunately he's the bridesmaid to Fireball there. I mean, when they're both in the tank, you can't help but just notice Fireball more. He's almost like a movie star in a room with just two normal guys, you know, who are you gonna look at? And here we go, the cat and mouse game between my green terror and Kieran parrot continues. I gotta keep a close eye on this, make sure it doesn't become a death match. Maybe it's time for me to rescape the rocks a little, kind of change things up. Now here's the other rivalry that's been brewing. Maybe they don't like each other because they have similar colors and stripes, but my Treto and my black Convict, they square off like this and kind of just do this staring contest, but I haven't seen any actual biting. They don't really nip each other. They just stare at each other and then one of them goes away. But still, you got to keep an eye out. Here they go again. I'm wondering if my black Convict may have laid some eggs in there. I haven't really wanted to disturb what he's doing and dig in there. I thought he's a male, but we'll have to see. Maybe he's acting that way because he laid a bunch of eggs on the bottom there in that cave. So we're back here to the wide shot. Looks like everything is cooled down. Nobody's chasing each other. It's nice and peaceful. My blood parrots really like each other. They kind of swim around each other, kind of rub against each other, and they're really social fish. It'd be kind of sad to just have one of them, I think. So here's a preview of the tank under night lights on the right-hand side there. If you want to see more of that, play the video that you see the title right there on screen. I'm releasing that at the same time as this because whenever I edit a video, I get a bunch of extra footage and then I'm just going to delete it off my hard drive, and I figure some people may be interested in seeing it. So I put that extra footage together in a separate video with no dialogue, so be sure and play that. Like and subscribe if you haven't done so, please. Go ahead and leave comments or questions on what you saw here in this video. I really enjoy reading the comments, by the way. As soon as I turn on YouTube, I look for new ones. I kind of like interacting with other users on here. Thanks as always for watching, and check out the other video that I released with this one.